name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
We on?
We on. We be on.
Holy shit, let's get at it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, a.k.a. Mr. Get It Done, a.k.a. Mr. Inspiration. Because you know, Skip, I'm the type of guy that, you know, when you sign up with me, not only do you get a guy that wins games, but you get a guy that inspires you, a guy that motivates you, a guy that takes your mouthpiece from a BB gun to an Uzi. Mm-hmm. God damn.
What if your mouthpiece is already a fucking supersonic machine gun, like the most accurate fucking firing weapon that it could possibly be?
What could I do for a guy like that?
Yeah.
Turn him into a tank.
I was hoping you're going to say, give me a bonus or something.
No, I was going to turn him
into... It is the holidays, right?
Oh, you're talking, give him a bonus? You're talking about yourself?
Well, who else has a fucking mouthpiece like me?
You are pretty good, brother. Another day, another dollar. Man, it's good to see you. It's December 1st, 2016. Mm-hmm. We're in the Christmas mood.
Wow.
Christmas lights are up.
Where the hell is this year gone?
Buddy, it's went fast as possible.
December 1st,
yes.
2016.
Yes, I don't want to get into it now because we're going to save our 100 Christmas for all the shout-outs and thank yous and everybody. But I do want to thank everybody from out of the country. Skip, we've had 27 different countries sign up with our company. We've been, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, we've always been the #1 sports consultant firm in the United States, but Skip, and be honest, did you ever think that we would have this type of impact outside of the country?
Worldwide. I'm talking to the Ukraine. I'm talking to England. I'm talking to, I can't even believe I'm going to say this. I talked to someone from Somalia.
Australia, Ethiopia.
Unbelievable. I signed a guy up yesterday from Kuwait.
Yeah.
Shout out Jason out there in Kuwait and the armed forces.
Lieutenant Kendall. I want to give a shout out to Lieutenant Kendall out there for sticking with Steve Stevens. I'm sure that extra $45,000 won't hurt.
That never hurt
when
anyone.
you get back into town over there, huh? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got a great show for you today. Got the big skipper with me, the chiropractor. You've been straightened back. Somebody told me that you did some adjusting at the Cosmo this weekend.
I did some serious adjusting to their bottom line, I'll tell you that.
I want to give a shout out to MGM Properties. I got to give you a kiss on the cheek. Want to give a shout out to Cosmo. More importantly, Christian Fitzgerald, thank you for coming into town. Usually we show people a great time in hospitality.
We always do.
Actually, I know, but this guy actually rolled the carpet out for a guy in his own town. So, but at the same time, I'm not a billionaire either.
That dude was pretty. Yeah,
I'm not a billionaire either. So
that dude was pretty cool.
But anyway, we appreciate everything. Cosmo, Skip, heard I heard the total takings were $1.8 million between the 5 clients. Is that true or not?
We will not get into dollars. We will not. Let me just say this. If it doesn't make sense, Steve, it certainly won't make dollars.
Don't make dollars. It don't make sense.
We took a lot of money out of the...
How about it has to make sense to make dollars?
We took a lot of money out of the Cosmo.
And you know what? I never knew that they would let us fire the way they've been firing over there. Because
they've been very gracious.
Even though we're not putting in the bets, the clients are. But, I mean, we were there. We tore up their sports book for 3 days fucking straight. I mean, they're...
tore up the Baccarat table a little bit, too.
God, that's a whole nother story.
Listen, when it comes to where I get my money, I don't discriminate.
You can't be prejudiced to the size, shape, color, or how you get the money.
I've been known to take 100, 200,000 in one day out of the sports books on Fremont Street. I mean, I'll go downtown and I'll get right in the trenches with the boys downtown and rock them for a quick 200,000.
You don't think I know that? You fucking drugged me down there 3-4 times out there.
As a matter of fact, it's a
shout out to the D, your boy that owns the Golden Gate out there.
Shout out.
Derek in the house for throwing out the red carpet for us, although they wouldn't give Steve Stevens that marker for $50K. After I lost $30,000, you know what I'm saying? How much money can you give to a fucking casino that's 900 square feet? You know what I mean?
Well, we were a little fucked up too.
Yeah, but you got real aggressive and told that motherfucker, we need $50,000. I mean, if you're going to ride our nuts and talk about you love our show and you want to give us a red carpet, Give the guy a $50,000 marker. We'll go break.
Yeah.
You know why he didn't give it to us?
Yeah, because
he knew my credit was good.
Because we were trash.
We were drunk enough to where we could have easily broke his motherfucking tables off for a few $100,000, just like you were saying before.
We would have been extremely reckless with the 50 grand, and we would have started betting $10,000, $20,000 a hand, and we could have beat him for a quick $300,000-$400,000.
Yeah,
and he did not want that to happen.
Yeah, it would either have been.
Hey, he's a great guy, man. We're not saying anything bad about him. He's a good dude. We love him. I've had several cocktails with him.
And the daughter. That's one of your good friends as well.
Shout out to Whitney, great friend of mine. Love the place, love the D, love the Golden Gate, and love the ownership down there. Shout out to all my people from the D.
Well, it's old school Vegas. When you got the owner right there patting you on the back, bringing you a drink, lighting your cigarette, that's some old school gangster shit. And you got to appreciate an owner bringing that back.
That's the way I like to roll.
So, I mean, that's how you got to roll.
However, you and I were down about 30, 35,000 just fucking around.
It would have either been lost to 50, who cares?
Yeah.
Or broke them the fuck off.
And we were getting ready to leave, but we were pretty slopped up, and the driver was, on the way to get us. And we just said, listen, give us a quick 50,000 marker out of the cage, and we'll stick around.
Yeah, and we'll hang out. He said no, and last thing I looked is we were walking the Rolls Royce with about 30 security.
Well, you know what?
But on a positive note, they were walking us to our car like we were Brad Pitt. I mean, relax. I don't need security around me.
Well, to his credit as well, I mean, he knew we were fucking trashed, and he didn't want to extend us any money on credit when we're fucked up.
On credit, but he was hoping.
That's actually a good business decision.
Fucking sharp as a razor.
Because you don't want us to get pissed off and the next day say, hey, man, we were all fucked up. You gave us a 100,000 marker. Why'd you do that?
We broke them for $25,000 out of our pockets cash. And then I hit my cards again for 10 each. So, I mean, the total night was about 4. I know, we were probably in about 40.
About 35 to 40 between.
Yeah, 35, 40. Yeah. Well, the other money that we just spent having fun that night.
That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. But, I love my people down there. They're good friends of mine.
All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, podcast number 99. As you know, 100. Can you believe, Skip, we're one episode away from 100?
I just said I can't believe it's December 1st. I mean, I just remember partying like it was 1999, not too long ago.
No shit. To all the people that have been with the podcast from day one, from the bottom of my heart, our family here, we appreciate it. Happy holidays. And if you love what we've done so far, you're going to love where we're going because it can't stop, it won't stop, and can't nobody hold me back.
Famous number 99. There's only one, Steve. There's only one in my
I got to get involved in this one as well because we talked about it. Yeah, Warren Sapp, Big Skipper.
No, Wayne Gretzky. Listen, no disrespect to your friend Warren Sapp. I know you're friends with him. Wayne Gretzky, the great one, there is only 199, period.
Well, in your mind, and I'm sure a lot of people out there will agree with you, but Warren's a great guy. Might have smoked a blunt or two with him in the past out there in San Diego. Real down-to-earth guy. Used to love the women. Used to love to smoke his kush.
Great guy.
Great guy, but best number 99 of all time. Probably not. Great guy, shit talker. Don't act like he wasn't a big guy for Tampa Bay, though. He was the heart and soul of that team for a long time, Skipper.
He was on the Super Bowl championship team when Gruden was the coach, right?
Yes, sir, he was. That's when he had to say, I'm done. And shout out to Warren. Get your finances up a little bit. A guy like that played so hard in the league should not be claiming bankruptcy on his way being broke.
That guy can move pretty quick, too. He ran like a 4.7 or a 4.6.
He was one of the fastest fucking big men in the game.
Yeah.
Period. It was amazing how quick he fucking was. But anyway, go ahead, Skipper. Number 99, go ahead.
There's only one. There's nothing to say about the great one. It is what it is. I mean, hell, even his wife was into sports betting with Rick Tocchet. We mentioned that before.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got to love the great one.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years in the NHL. I mean, come on, the best player to ever step on the ice. Mr. Wayne Gretzky, there's nothing to say about this guy that hasn't already been said. I can't say anything.
He's a gentleman, too. And like you said, he tips good. He's a gentleman. Yeah. He's an all-around great fucking guy.
Cool dude, yeah.
You can't, like you said, Warren Sapp ran a 4.6 in the 40-yard dash, all-time sack leader for full-time defensive tackle and Super Bowl champ with Gruden's Bucks. So
absolutely.
He did a little bit of something as well. But
J.J. Watt.
I have to say, if you asked me who impacted a sport more, Gretzky to hockey or Warren Sapp to football, hands down, you're right, Wayne Gretzky. Two good number 99s. Can we agree with that?
Absolutely. Doesn't the Houston defensive end wear 99? The fuck's his name? I just said it.
The big white boy?
J.J. Watt.
Yeah, what?
What? Huh? What?
What's up?
Huh? What? What's up?
What? Yeah, no,
J.J. Watt. He wears 99, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'm not really a fan of the numbers and this, that, and the other. The only numbers I'm looking at are on my fucking ticket.
Oh, listen. I know
making sure I got 4.5 or 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
I'm
numbers.
just looking to make sure that I'm covering the fucking game one way or another.
I know what numbers you like.
Yeah, the only numbers I'm looking for are what's going back in my pocket and in the bank. And
Speaking of numbers, go ahead and give them the phone number so they know how to get a hold of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, podcast number 9. Before we get into the podcast, you guys are just catching our show. You want to get a hold of us. Reason why we do the sports podcast is to help the legalization of sports betting and to bring you into the world of a guy that bets big, lives larger, one of the most feared sports bettors in the world. These other guys have write-ups about sports. These other websites and podcasts tell you about stats and this, that, and the other. These guys don't know any players. They don't know any coaches. And they sure as fuck ain't fourth generation, born and raised in Las Vegas, dealing with the guys that make the lines. So, I'm glad that a guy in Florida wrote a great article, or a guy, covers.com, that lives in fucking Wisconsin, has a site about lineups and matchups. That guy doesn't bet any money on sports. These guys aren't dealing with the guys that make the lines. So if you're actually looking for somebody that actually bets their own money, a guy that's made millions of dollars betting sports, a guy that has his own primetime television show, Money Talks on CNBC, the only person in the history of sports betting to ever have a primetime television show. No one else will have another one unless I decide to go back on the air, which I won't, because I'll end up like Kanye West, and we'll get that. We'll get to him later on in the podcast.
Oh,
but
God.
If you want to get a hold of us, ladies and gentlemen, 877-220-6540. Pick up the phone. If you're looking for a free pick, you can go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. You can subscribe to the podcast on YouTube and iTunes. We read all your comments, whether they're good or bad. We have a good attitude. We like to laugh. And at the end of the day, I'm the most feared sports bettors in the world. A lot of people can talk. I can show you better than I can tell you.
And if you've been sitting around waiting to get a hold of us and you've listened to 99 podcasts and you still haven't picked up the phone, Steve,
I think you should sign up before 100.
Listen,
sure.
You need to get a hold of us. It's championship weekend, Steve. It's college football championship weekend. There's 8 championship games this weekend.
I'm pretty pumped up.
It's Jimmy V week in college basketball.
Jimmy V Foundation.
V.
Hey, forget him. Hey, listen.
Hey, don't give up, never give up. Jimmy V in the house.
Jimmy V in the house. You don't ever quit. You don't never give up. You give it 110%.
I got the Jimmy V speech in an in-framed case on my wall at my house. That speech was so fucking powerful he gave.
Even when they run the replay of him saying it, it's hard not to tear up watching that.
I drop a tear.
Every time.
Every time I watch that, I drop several tears. And, man, it was, listen, the hairs on my arm are standing up right now, people.
Well,
Look at this.
I don't want to...
Don't give up, never give up, my friend. Jimmy V Foundation. It's Jimmy V week in college basketball. It's championship week in college football. And my point was this. If you're out there listening to 99 podcasts, and they haven't called in yet, Steve?
If you're following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and you're putting in messages, we love you, you're kicking ass, but haven't signed up, it's your turn to fucking make some money, guys. Yeah. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You deserve your fair share. You deserve your piece of the pie. You deserve an extra, couple $100,000 in your bank. Maybe a new car for the winter.
Why not? Yeah.
Or whatever your hobby is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, it's great we can entertain them. But damn, let us make you some money. That's what we're here for.
That's the only thing that I'm here for.
Give us a call,
I'm getting
man.
gray. I stress out. I throw up bile in the fucking mornings. I drink bottles of Jack. Skip
God.
takes down fucking bottles and bottles of Crown for your guys' benefit.
Entertainment.
We punish ourselves with alcohol, stress, players, coaches, the ups and downs of the business. So you guys can profit.
And guess what I'll be doing this weekend?
Same fucking thing.
The fucking rodeo's here this weekend.
Oh, my God.
You know what that means, right?
Oh, my God.
I got 4 fucking guys.
I don't know who's going to be drinking more Crown, the Cowboys or the Big Skip at the Gold Coast.
That's easy. Hello? That'll be me. However, the rodeo guys are in town. Shout out to you cowboy motherfuckers.
Hey, listen, guys, the Cowboys, you can talk shit about a cowboy. Cowboys pay us more money. See, we have these things called walk-ins, okay? I know no other sports consultant firm knows about these because no one gets them.
Well, we have a saying.
But
we get more walk-ins
we
than
get
a
more
hair
walk-ins
salon.
than a fucking hair salon,
Right.
okay? Cowboys pull up in a cab. I seen you on Taxi TV. I seen your ad. I want to fucking have you. These motherfuckers come in and buy a package for $2,500 for one game.
Yeah.
$25,000 for the fucking week package. I want to deal with Steve.
They
spend a lot of money and they pay. They pay.
One thing about these cattle ranchers and these farmers, man, and believe me, you're the backbone of America. I love you motherfuckers, okay? These guys got mad fucking money, Steve.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do.
they own fucking acres and acres and acres. They got heads and heads and heads of fucking cattle. I mean, they're in the oil business. They're in the real estate. They're in the fucking produce, in the fucking cattle.
Own $5 million worth of equipment that's on the ranch.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are out roping fucking animals and choking them out and jumping on their backs. I mean, I love these cowboys.
Calluses on their hands, a pair of Wranglers on, and you would have no idea that the motherfucker's worth $20 million.
Yeah, we got every country star in the.
Shout out to Garth Brooks, by the way.
Every country star is here this week. I just sent my mom and my wife over to the T-Mobile Center the other night.
I know.
Carrie Underpants was here.
Oh, yeah. You said the wife wanted to go front row to Carrie, huh?
Yeah, I set them up with some Carrie Underpants tickets.
You know what?
They're going to another concert Friday night.
But
Josh Turner, I think his fucking name is.
Answer this question, though, because a lot of people don't know about T-Mobile, even me. I've been up in the penthouses,
Yes.
and so have you. But you've also been front row and penthouse. What's better?
It depends what the concert is. It depends what the event is, Steve.
It can't be a mosh pit, obviously.
Yeah. I'm not getting involved.
You're not going to get front row to Five Finger. You're going to be in a penthouse.
There was plenty of times back in my day I would have gotten into a mosh pit, and I did get into mosh pits. However, the Big Skipper is not entering any mosh pits now.
So what would you say, the suites?
I prefer the suite with the open bar. They got a nice food spread out. As you know, Boyd Gaming takes shout out to Boyd Gaming. They take real good care of the Big Skipper.
And you take care of the Boyds very well.
They love me. I love them. I love all the bartenders and the cocktail waitresses over there at Boyd.
Oh, I bet you they love you too. They should be on. You better be on their Christmas list this year. That's for fucking sure.
They love me, and
Oh,
I love
God.
them. But to answer your question, they have a big suite at T-Mobile, and the Big Skipper pretty much has full access to that suite anytime, any event. And at my stage of my life, yeah, when I go to an event with my wife, I would absolutely prefer to be in that suite with the spread, the food, the open bar, the bartender. Yeah, I would prefer that. If I go to Five Finger Death Punch with you, yeah, let's go down on the floor.
Oh, come fucking bottle of tequila and bang, and these motherfuckers out there, Woo.
We go down on the floor, throw a few elbows, maybe.
Let me ask you this. On the rodeo, it's at T-Mobile or Thomas & Mack?
It's still at the Thomas & Mack.
Because they have a contract with them for another 5-6 years or something.
It's still at the Thomas & Mack this year.
Anyone that doesn't know, Thomas & Mack is on their way out, though. You realize that, right? In the next 5 years,
it's an older building.
Rebels basketball will have a new building for basketball. They're already, obviously football if we get the team.
Yeah, it's an older building. They've paid their dues, kind of, like the old Spectrum.
Speaking of Cowboys, along with Cowboy comes Apple Pie Chevrolet in the United States of America. So I want to give a shout out to the Armed Force Radio Network.
Oh, nice lead-in.
Wasn't that good?
Nice, nice. Very, very.
I want to give a shout out to all my military heroes out there keeping our country safe all around the world. Shout out to Armed Force Radio Network, taking our show over to 3+ million viewers. We appreciate you. And for you guys out there serving, thank you for keeping our country safe. And we salute each and every one of you. All I can do is make money for you. For those, Lieutenant, and people that have called in left and right, keep calling, because I got no problem making you money.
How about the guy I talked to the other day calls in, is from the Armed Force Radio Network? Captain Morgan. I thought it was a prank call. He says, "This is Captain Morgan, United States Army."
I'm surprised you weren't a dick to the dude. Thank God you kept your composure.
What do you mean? I'm not a dick to
Well, of course,
anybody.
Captain.
Here we go. Here we go again, guys.
Captain Morgan. You're gonna ask for
You're
your brother Jack
surprised
Daniels.
You're surprised I wasn't a dick to a potential new client.
Not on the phone, just paranoid. Like, in other words, I've given you a couple different names like that. I gave you. Did I not give you Charlie Brown 2 weeks ago? That
Yes,
you, thought,
you did.
You asked him if Snoopy gave him the referral. Did you or did you not?
I asked him if.
Wait, hold on. Did you ask Charlie if Snoopy had him call us? Yes or no?
When you give me a lead and the guy's name's Charlie
But
Brown.
you just said you stay professional with everybody. You asked the motherfucker.
I asked
Did you
him,
get our number from Snoopy?
What I asked him was, when was the last time Linus washed that fucking dirty ass towel of his?
Hey, here's a poll question that probably only our office can answer.
I got fucking granola in my teeth. and it's
What do you
fucking
think is
killing me.
stiffer, Linus's blanket or Scotty's fucking socks?
Oh, Scotty socks by far.
Paparazzi said when he moved out, he found a pair of socks that were standing up in the closet.
Oh.
Like
dancing with each other.
Doing a little sea walk on their own in the
God
closet. Stiff as a board. He had to shoot them to fucking put them down.
I heard paparazzi had to fumigate that entire room, rip the fucking carpet out, repaint the walls.
Shout out to Scotty. Scotty, one of our salesmen, good guy. We had to let him go. This is a guy that is from Ohio. He comes to Las Vegas, makes a couple $1,000 check, fucks a couple prostitutes, robs this guy, looks for another prostitute on credits. Got this pimp chasing him. This guy over here. This guy would have got killed if he'd have stayed.
He comes to work on a Saturday morning, and I hear him arguing with the fucking hooker that he left in his fucking room.
Yeah.
This guy had a hooker in his fucking room all night.
He
left her there and came to fucking work.
You know how we do pay after wins? A PAW? He did a PAF. A pay after fuck.
Yeah,
Sweetie, sit back, relax. All I need to do is fuck you. I'm going to work at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
My boss will give me the 300.
I'll be back in a few
Stay
hours.
in my room,
Yeah.
take care of you.
Who the fuck leaves a hooker in their room when they go to work?
So he comes back and the pimp's in the room like, what's up, player?
He's like, wimpy, man.
Took his stinky ass shoes,
I will pay you.
socks.
I will pay you on Tuesday for your pussy today.
Hold on. When he showed up at the office, who was whiter? Casper the Ghost or Scotty's face?
Oh, he was white as fuck, man.
Buddy, if you don't think it. So anyway, guys, even though he's part of the family, he's a good salesman, we had to send him back home because Las Vegas.
He couldn't get his head straight.
Las Vegas isn't for everybody. Number one, it's the hardest sell in the world. Number two, you come out here by yourself, you get close to a guy like me, I let you in, I teach you, you make $3,000-4,000 a week, city can kill you.
Yeah.
This is a city for big boys.
Instead of treating himself, he was cheating himself.
Yeah.
And we had to do him a favor and send him back to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So if he's still calling you, telling you that he's with us, he's not.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook, Scotty, saying you're still with VIP Sports, no.
Yeah.
The only thing that's with us, is the fucking scent from your socks from under the fuck.
The only thing that remains from him is
and a couple pebbles of the rocks that he smoked in our fucking bathroom.
God. There's a little
Shout out to Adam for smoking heroin in the bathroom 4 weeks ago.
Oh, my
He
God.
got fired. I mean, Skip, how did a fucking drug addict sneak through the cracks and get
I don't
3
know.
booths over from you?
I don't know.
How?
It didn't last very long.
Oh, my God.
It lasted longer than it should have.
We got a great show. Let's get into the show.
It's already been a great show.
We half hour just finding out what we're doing for a living, huh?
Oh, God.
Anyway, we got to get into the show. We got a great show for you today. Why don't we start with a little NFL? Why don't you kick it off, Skip?
Go ahead. NFL. Let's talk about some teams that have been doing pretty well against the spread, Steve.
Yeah, because, as everybody knows, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter who wins. Yeah. It matters who covers the spread.
You don't have to stay ahead. You have to
cover
beat the spread.
Or my way is, in order to get some head, you got to cover the spread.
Oh, for sure.
Or get some head, cover the spread.
Yeah, both.
Huh?
Yeah.
Or
if you can get some head and cover the spread, it's a great day.
No, if you cover the spread, cover the spread and get some head.
Perfect.
Hashtag cover
Let's talk about the team that you said was your one of your 2 sleepers before the season ever started.
Dallas.
You said keep your eye on the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, and
we're gonna make some money with the Falcons this year.
They're number 1 right now. Last time I checked, right?
Sure enough, the Atlanta Falcons 8-3.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan has over 3,500 yards already.
Yeah, 26 touchdowns.
26 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
He's having a hell of a season. They're -4 at home against Kansas City this week, Steve. The total on the game is 49. Atlanta is 6-1 against the spread the last 7 times they played Kansas City.
Okay, so Atlanta against Kansas City.
Right.
What I wanted to kind of do in this segment is just let the people know who's pretty much covering the spread more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So before we go on, even though they're playing, Dallas Cowboys going into tonight, 9-1-1, with a stellar fucking. They've covered the spread more than anybody, hands down. If you've been betting the Dallas Cowboys all year, you've been getting fucking paid. Period.
They got a big game with Minnesota tonight, Thursday night.
If you're one of those groupie guys that just bet to make money, you should be wearing a Dallas Cowboy jersey. For fucking sure, because they've covered more than anybody.
Dallas is only -3 in this game on the road up in Minnesota. The total is 44. Be careful, gentlemen.
My 2 sleepers were Minnesota and Atlanta. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
Minnesota fell apart. I thought maybe it was because Bridgewater got hurt. Then we realized
it's because Sam Bradford sucks ass.
it's because Bradford is 100% terrible. So
We
my
ran
thoughts were
that,
100% right. Hold on, though. But because Bradford ran 2 games correctly. But you know what? He was running Bridgewater's team. All he was doing was filling in. As his present was known as the quarterback, they got worse and worse and worse because the defense is still okay. They're better than okay. Their defense is still good. However, they can't score. They can't do nothing offensively. And Bradford should be put down like a fucking racehorse.
Well, there's a reason why we ran him out of Philly, Steve.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. So, guys, if you want to know who's covering the spread, Dallas 9-1-1. As you guys know, you've already watched it or the game's already over. Playing Minnesota tonight, Dallas -3 with a 44 spread. As Skip said, Atlanta 8-3, my sleeper, a team that we've bet all year long. I think the Cosmo wishes that we weren't on Atlanta all year long, huh?
Absolutely. Atlanta,
MGM Properties are probably wishing we didn't have Atlanta all year long.
well, they've covered 6 out of 7 against Kansas City last 7 times they played them. That might not mean much. Kansas City Chiefs 4-2 on the road against the spread this year.
A team that I love, a superstar team that I still feel could easily win the Super Bowl, but for some reason I feel something will happen and they won't. Patriots minus 13.5 at home versus the Rams with a 44.5 total. New England also is 8-3, same as Atlanta, Skip. Tom Brady, of course, 2,200 yards passing, 18 touchdowns, only 1 interception, 116 passer rating in just 7 games. Yeah, he's a fucking pimp, and he's one of the best. And, there's another rookie out there that's trying to catch his fucking record. Goes by the name of Diggity Diggity Dak.
Dak Diggity Dog.
Shout out to Dak over there at Dallas Cowboys. Keep running them motherfucking Cowgirls because you actually might be able to get pretty far this season.
There's an interesting thing going on with the LA Rams right now, Steve, with Hall of Famer, the Rams Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. Speaking of the Rams.
Sunglass bifocal wearing, goggle wearing, running back looking drip. Anyway, yeah, I know all about it. He says he's not going to another game. Mm-hmm. He's not going to another function. He wants nothing to do with the LA Rams until Jeff Fisher gets fired. Well, as you know, Jeff Fisher's only, I think, 1, 2, or 3 games away from being tied for the most losses in history as an NFL coach.
He's 3 losses away from being tied from the most losses of any coach in NFL history.
He's a fucking joke.
Wow.
I don't even see how the fuck LA won't you hire Steve Stevens? I mean, how the fuck do they have that? I mean, I don't want the job. It doesn't pay enough, but you know what? I'd go take that job for 4 years just to motivate those guys, pump them up. It's all about pulling out their talent out of them. It's about playing them in the right position, getting them to play together, inspiring them, motivating them, and showing them how to get the fucking money.
Well, supposedly, Eric Dickerson says that Jeff Fisher called him personally and said, your presence on the sidelines at our games, it's starting to affect the players a little bit. It makes them uncomfortable, and I would prefer not to have you on the sidelines anymore. And Eric Dickerson said, I would prefer not to have you on the fucking sidelines anymore.
Well, you know what? If I'm the head coach, I prefer, listen, you don't play for the team.
Yeah.
You're not a coach.
Oh, I don't play.
You have nothing to do it. What the fuck are you even on the sideline for anyway, motherfucker?
Get up in your suite.
Get the fuck up in your suite and go shut the fuck up, because I don't, if anything, you're disturbing me.
Shove a couple chicken wings down your fucking throat.
You're putting out articles like this talking shit when I'm trying to coach the fucking team.
Exactly. Oh, I don't play.
You're not motivating me at all, motherfucker.
I don't play.
And frankly, my players don't like seeing your old ugly ass on the field because you're not a coach. You have nothing to do with our facility. So I'd have to agree with Fisher. Get the fuck up in the suite and shut the fuck up. But I also got to agree with Dickerson. How the fuck is he even a head coach?
They both got very good points.
Yeah, he needs to be swimming. Fisher needs to be swimming with the fishes. That's what the fuck he needs to do. As far as the head coach, his career is over. Once again, he needs to be put down like a racehorse. His career of coaching NFL is over. I don't even think I'd want him in college. Get him back down to high school level and see if he can. Yeah, because I can't stand him. Can't stand the look on his face. He just has that loser look. You know what I mean?
Moving on to teams that have been covering.
Hold on though, but to his benefit, if I'm going to blast him, he hasn't had a winning season since 2008, and that wasn't that good as well. Yeah,
that's not good. Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. One more team, Skip, before we move on. We've been on him heavy. It's the reason why you caused a big scene at the MGM. Bum, 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 bum. Who came
when the Saints go marching in.
If I had to hear that from you one more fucking time,
listen, I was so lit up.
If we'd have been at the Orleans, you'd have went to jail. If you could have got any type of memorabilia that had anything to do with Orleans or the Saints, you'd have went to jail. Thank God we were at the MGM.
Well, I was going to break out some of my old Mardi Gras beads.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah, I had about 11 or 12 shots of Crown in me.
Yeah.
I was running around the sports book.
Well, when your client has $200,000, hold on. When your client has $200 grand on the game and you're getting $100 grand of it, that's what you get. You get a big motherfucker that moves around like he weighs 130 pounds. Woo! You get the big. Hey, you talk about Warren Sapp running a 4.6.
I'm pretty quick.
You better see the big skipper on 7 shots of Crown when his client has $200,000 about to pay him 100 G's.
Yeah, I can move pretty quick.
His Saints come marched in real fucking quick on that day.
You're damn right. Drew Brees, my man, another guy, over 3,500 yards already this season.
30 touchdowns, but 8 interceptions.
Only 8 on 30 touchdowns. Not bad. The Saints are 8-3 against the spread this year.
Correct. Another team that's making you money.
They've been getting the money. They're at home this week against my NFC sleeper team, which is the Detroit Lions. So these are two teams I've been making money with. And That's going to be a very, very interesting game. I might have to stay away from that game unless you say otherwise.
Well, it's not a secret, Skip, that we're playing football, we're getting information, but most of our information right now is coming in college basketball because we have a lot more to choose from. There's a lot more pieces out there, boys against men. There's a lot better situations to put your money rather than eat chips and salsa and sit and watch a game all fucking day.
There's plenty of money to still be made in football.
Bet basketball. Hold on. Bet basketball and go eat your chips and salsa and watch football.
Yeah, college basketball is absolutely 100% where your bread and butter is if you want to get paid right now.
But let's not move off the subject. Let's keep talking about teams that are covering. Skip, you've been telling people all year where a lot of the money's been coming in. Let's talk about the teams that have been covering the total. We've been talking about the overs that have been coming in a lot. Let's talk about teams that have been covering the overs.
Oakland Raiders, 5 straight overs.
Oh, my. 5 straight overs, ladies and gentlemen. We've said this 5, 6, 7 weeks about the Raiders scoring and what's going on.
That's why the Raiders aren't going to win the championship. They can't stop anybody.
No, they can't. But they can sure score on everybody.
Overs, 5 straight overs for the Raiders. Who else, Steve?
Washington Redskin, 4 in a row, overs.
4 straight to the over?
4 straight, yeah. So, I mean, these are teams like in the last 5 weeks, if you've been betting the over in Oakland and the over in Washington, you picked up 9 out of 10 bets.
The 2 teams with the 2
You
best...
picked up 9 out of 10 bets if you're betting them every fucking week.
However, the 2 teams with the 2 best records for the over, the team we just mentioned, the Atlanta Falcons and Matt Ryan.
What 9-2 with the overs?
9 of their 11 games have gone over the spread, over the total.
You bet Atlanta over all year long, 11 games. You won 9 out of the 11. Your record's 9-2. You're up 7 units. What the fuck else can you ask for from a team?
Right, and the Tennessee Titans 9-3 to the over heading into their bye week.
See, a team that doesn't cover a spread, a team that nobody likes, a team no one wants to put any money on.
Over.
So rather than look at, how many times have we told you guys this? Rather than look at taking a team or a favorite, play the fucking totals. They're even money.
Plenty of money.
It's a fucking easier fucking way to get the job done.
Plenty of money to be made on these over-unders. Not just in football, by the way.
Tennessee, 9-3. If you bet them all 12 games, they've got you the fucking money 9 fucking times out of 12.
How about teams?
9-3, you're up 6 units.
How about teams that have been staying under, low-scoring games, Steve?
Oh, God, right off the top of my head, I can tell you Kansas City doesn't fucking score. Denver Broncos this year ain't doing nothing.
Kansas City, 6 straight unders until last week. Last week it went over 30.
Well, yeah, 30-27 in an overtime game.
That was a Sunday night game.
Yeah. But no, their games are going over under all year long.
It actually looked like a solid under heading into the fourth quarter. It was on pace for an under.
Yeah, well, I think they scored 22 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was over 20 for sure.
Yeah, I mean, how the fuck? I mean, yeah. So I mean, it might have been on pace. I was on pace to fuck my fiance for an hour, but I nutted in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sweetie, I swear to God. Well,
your dick
I was on pace to fuck you for an hour, but I busted in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, your mind said one thing, your dick told you another.
And my dick's telling me no. Yeah, so a couple different things out there in that situation. But why don't we go, like you said, in the under.
Kansas City Chiefs, 8-3 total.
Yeah, they're tied.
You okay, bro?
They're tied for the best under record, which is, like I said, 8-3 with the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens,
another team that can't score. They go under
Good
every
defense.
single week.
Yep.
And you know what? For an average bettor out there, they should be able to see a game like that and a team like that.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like the public should know that Baltimore's under every game and to bet that?
Well, I mean, it's not hard to figure out if you're watching.
But a lot of people are degenerates. They're just betting because they're betting with their heart or they're betting on a matchup.
And
they're not looking to get fucking paid.
And
it doesn't matter who wins, dude. It matters who covers the spread.
And the public doesn't like betting unders because they like to root for an exciting, high-scoring game.
And it's stressful to sit there and root a team not to score.
I know a guy, Pocono Al.
Is that Pocahontas' cousin?
No.
Pocono Al? Or?
Pocono Al. Shout out to the Pocono Al from Pennsylvania. That motherfucker, he never met an over he didn't like. I mean, he won't bet. I mean, he won't bet a fucking under if you give him the money to put on it.
Yeah. Well, I bet he won't. Well, there's a couple other teams that have been going under. Giants, 3 straight in a row unders, and so have the Pittsburgh Steelers.
3 in a row. Under.
Correct, both of them. So, guys, a lot of money in the totals. If you're a composed sports bettor, you can see this shit. 1 game a day, not every day. Parlays are for suckers, and the only teasers are in strip clubs.
Yeah, tease my nuts.
Yeah, I got 2 things you can tease. So you figure out which one you want.
Moving into the NBA, Steve.
NBA against the spread. You want to talk about NBA against the spread?
I don't really want to talk about the NBA. I can't stand it, but however, I will.
Okay, well, I have to because a lot of people out there love it. Skip
I
it.
will talk
Toronto
about the
Raptors
NBA.
by far are the best team in the league against the spread. There are 12 wins and 5 losses with a push against the spread.
Okay.
So once again, if you're betting them all year long, out of the 17 games, you've won 12 and lost 5. Not too bad. You're definitely up a few units.
One
there.
thing about the Raptors, Steve, I want to say, I've always said, and I will continue to say, good teams are able to win on the road and cover on the road.
That's funny you say that.
One thing about the Raptors is they cover on the road.
I was just going to say, here's a funny stat: 5-3 at home, but you hit it on the head. 7-2 on the road.
Yes.
So teams that win on the road later on get the fucking job done. I'll tell you now, look out for Toronto. I mean, that's not saying nothing. That was like telling me, you guys look out for the Cubs. But Toronto could easily make it far in this season. Houston Rockets are 12-6 against the spread. They're 9-3 on the road as well.
Another team that covers
another
on the road.
stellar team that covers on the road that does very, very well. And actually, the Rockets take on the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, tonight. Actually, the Houston Rockets are right in the middle of a 5-game road trip.
But the reason why I'm stuttering, I mean,
this is their 4th game tonight.
But hear me out.
Fourth game in a row on the road.
Rockets win at home. I know they're a little bit tired. I just told you that they're 9-3 on the road. The spread goes from 9 to 12. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want information on that trap? Because I can tell you right now, and Skip can tell you right now, that the line didn't move from 9 to 12 because people bet millions of dollars on it. Has nothing to do with money taken in why that went from 9 to 12. You want information on that game? Go to VIP Sports Las Vegas today. Ask for Skip if you get time. If not, call us tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, well, the game opened up at 9. It's up to 11.5 or 12 right now.
Yeah.
And if you're following the NBA, you know that Houston covers on the road.
Nine out of the.
So why is the line going from 9 to 11.5?
It rhymes with rap.
Trap. Well, Houston.
The bookies got to be tricky too, you know. They don't call us bookie killers for nothing. Fuck these bookies. Bookies are the most tricky, slimy, scumbag motherfuckers of the earth. They try to take your money. They're not there for you to win. Don't ever forget that. So in order to beat the motherfuckers, you better have a little edge. You better have some inside information.
And you better have a phone and call 87.
I was just gonna say.
Call 877-220-6540. Steve and I will help you get away from those slimy, greasy, dirty fucking dirtballs that they are.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
And let's go over a couple other things as well. Chicago Bulls, 11-6 against the spread. They're 4-2 at home, 7-4 in away games.
Not bad.
No, they did not cover last night at home in a loss versus the Lakers. So when you can't beat the Lakers, you're not going to really get anything out of me because Lakers are fucking terrible. Sorry, LA.
Yeah, speaking of that, getting back to the Rockets, I mean, they didn't cover their last game either against the Jazz up in Utah the other night. So be careful, guys.
That's for sure. I'll tell you one thing. Russell Westbrook, I have to say, is one of the hottest players in NBA. I said it last year.
He's a ball hog.
I said it this year. A ball hog?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I try to tell you.
That's why Durant left, man.
Well, whatever it is, they can't play together.
Yeah, he's a ball hog.
Like when Westbrook was out of the game, Durant they'd win. When they play together, they'd win a little bit.
He's not a team player.
He might not be a team player, and you and a lot of people say that about him, but I'm telling you, do you agree, with Mark Cuban also? You telling me he's not an MVP? Are you telling me that he's not a Hall of Famer?
He's a great player.
Is he a Hall of Fame potential player?
He's a great player, puts up huge...
Is he Hall of Fame potential?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
It's too early to tell.
Okay, well then answer this. Is he an All-Star?
Of course he's an All-Star.
Okay, well then tell
me.
me.
He puts up great numbers because he always has the ball.
Uh-huh. I don't know who hogs the ball more. Darrell Livingston in the penitentiary? Or Russell Westbrook? Oh, shout out to Big E out there, my homeboy.
Shout out to Darrell.
Anyway, Russell is now averaging a triple-double. First player since the legendary Oscar Robinson, the Big O, did it for an entire season.
That's impressive.
How the fuck do you get a triple-double
when you're averaging a triple-double
every game the entire
season? That's pretty strong.
Well, I don't know how strong what he was on. Was he on acid back then? What day was Oscar?
Well, that's stronger than Scotty Sox.
Yeah, that to have a triple-double in every game is definitely stronger than the smell of Scotty Sox at fucking 6 in the morning. Anyway, Oklahoma City is now 9-10 against the spread.
Now repeat that.
Oklahoma City is now 9-10.
Okay, so that's all
against
that-
the spread.
that's all that matters.
9-10 against the spread will definitely not get you any head. That is a game and a team that you
Yeah.
do not want to bet. You do not want to put your money on. Period. Let me ask you a question since we're talking about Oscar Robinson, the big O who averaged a triple-double in every game for the entire season versus Westbrook to be doing it right now. Is it harder averaging a triple-double in this era or back when Oscar Robinson did it?
I would say probably now.
I'm going to say now for sure. The rules are different. The players are bigger. They're stronger. They're more athletic.
Faster.
They're faster. And without any shadow of a doubt, it would be harder to do that now.
Probably, yeah.
If Russell Westbrook went the entire season, every game with a triple-double, he would be talked about for fucking 2, 3, 4, 5 years straight. I guess the poll question should be, what's more of an impact to the NBA? Oscar Robinson back in the day averaging a triple-double for the entire season, or my man doing it right now? I'd have to say it's a lot harder to do right now, Skip.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I can tell you right now,
I'd agree.
nobody besides Oscar Robinson and Harden have done it. Harden's leading the league. So every game he gets a triple-double. I mean, he's just
Westbrook.
Westbrook, he's beating the record more and more and more and more and more and more. So you think he can do it again?
No.
Hating. Westbrook, go out there and do it again and prove the skipper fucking wrong.
Prove it to
Go
me.
out there and get your fucking triple-double.
Show me.
Yeah, you're a ball hog, but I like you. Go run your fucking team. You're a beast. Bottom fucking line.
Prove it to me. Championship week, Steve. Championship weekend in college football.
I want to ask you about a little college football, Skip, because people keep asking us, what do you think about Michigan? Because let me just get into this right off the bat. Playoffs are coming. Bowl games are coming. Everybody knows. Alabama's number 1. Ohio State's number 2. Clemson's number 3. Washington's number 4.
I don't think I can argue with that.
You can't. How could you? Washington is playing phenomenal. Clemson is good. I mean, do you see anybody beating Alabama, Skip?
No. Not even the Cleveland Browns.
I was just going to say, if you don't got Cleveland Browns beating them, you sure as fuck don't have any NCAA team.
Nobody's going to beat them.
Alabama gets it done, hands down, takes their bowl game.
To be quite honest, I think the only team that can beat them is maybe Clemson in a rematch.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they could, yeah.
Well, I mean, as I recall, a certain guy picked you up from the back of your shirt and had you front row at that game last year, a game you didn't even want to go to.
Yeah, but we won't talk about that right now.
Oh, we won't get into that? No. We won't talk about Steve Stevens
Being
and the
left
big
in the
skipper.
parking lot all
front
fucked
row.
up? No.
Front row?
No.
Well, what about Skip, if you wouldn't know, you're the only guy I know that has
I didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the only guy that had a front row ticket that watched the game from up at the snack bar.
I went to take a piss and then went for a little walk.
And then told me that you didn't want to walk down the stairs
Yeah,
back to the seat.
I didn't want to go back down. I ended up going back to the end. I went to the end zone, actually.
But you had front row
And
seats on the 50 50-yard line.
I was partying hard at the end zone with the fucking Alabama fans.
Okay.
Late in the fourth quarter.
just making sure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. And so no argument with the top 4. I don't think I have any arguments with that either.
No, I don't either.
What about Michigan beating?
Fuck Michigan.
Huh? What do you think about them?
Michigan's good. I mean, they're solid, but I mean, I agree with the top 4.
Okay.
I mean, I like Harbaugh. I'm a fan.
All right, well, let's talk about the Big Ten championship. You got number 6, Wisconsin, -2.5 at number 7, Penn State.
Oh, well, see, now you're barking right up my alley.
Well, I'm saying,
I mean, I'm a Penn State fan.
Do you say fuck the Penn State or fuck hoes? I mean, what do you say, fuck the state Penn, or do you bet Penn State?
State Penn or Penn State? Listen.
Yeah, that's a little lyric from Biggie
This
Smalls.
is-
Fuck the Penn State. Fuck the state Penn. He fucks hoes from Penn State. That was his line.
Well, this is a very big game for myself and my son. We're big Penn State fans.
Well, I got Wisconsin beating you guys, so enjoy.
Take it easy. The
Enjoy.
line on the game, let me give you some numbers on this game. Wisconsin is -3 in this game. The total is 47. Championship, the Big Ten championship, the game will be played at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis at a neutral site. These teams haven't met each other since 2013. And let me just run some numbers by you here real quick.
Well, I'll run a number by you. Penn State's biggest weapon by far is a big play passing game that averages 16.2 yards per completion. It's not hard to figure out what the fucking the weapon is. The motherfuckers are throwing 16 yards a fucking pass, brother.
Penn State has covered 7 out of their last 8 games, Steve. They're 3-1 as a dog this season. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
3-1 against the spread as a dog this season.
Don't mean shit.
Oh no.
I mean, Badgers have 21 interceptions on the other side of the token. Most in FBS. So can't really.
Well, listen, I will give you this. The Badgers are a covering.
Let me ask you this: you think we'll get an interception against Penn State?
The Badgers are a covering machine as well.
Yeah.
They're 9-2-1 against the spread this year. They're 11-2-1 their last 14 games.
That's why I was a little concerned why you were gangbanging for Penn State when Wisconsin has made us way more money.
I'm a huge Penn State fan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's why.
All right.
Coming from the state of Pennsylvania, I've had a lot of friends that went to school there.
Okay.
I've been a Penn State fan since I've been a little boy.
Okay.
And
so you're rooting for Penn State, Big Skipper?
well, of course I am.
What are these people going to see in this matchup? Like I said, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot.
I personally can't bet that game because I have way too much heart in that game. And I'm one-sided there. It's going to be a great fucking game. That is a game that I will watch. I will belly up to a couple of cocktails, and I will watch that game, and I'll be rooting for Penn State.
Okay, good. So, I mean, I'm thinking America's going to get a good game. Number 6 against number 7. They're going to be passing the balls. Look, we went over and try to have you read between in the lines. You might want to look at the total on that game.
I was just going to say, I do have an opinion on the game,
Yeah.
And it has to do with the total. However, I personally will not make a wager on that game, period.
Listen, college basketball is in full effect. I am on absolutely fire right now. 74% in college fucking basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let the fucking coaches be the only ones that get paid in college basketball.
Can we talk a little bit more about Championship Saturday? Because I spent a lot of time making notes on these championship games.
The reason why I like it,
Friday night, listen.
Let's keep on college football a little bit.
There's 8 college conference championship games this weekend, Steve.
I know.
There's 2 of them Friday night.
Yeah.
And then there's 6 more on Saturday. The MAC Conference Championship will be played in Detroit Friday night. Ohio University's playing Western Michigan. The line on this game, Western Michigan's -19. The total is 60. Let me just give you a couple of notes about that real quick. Ohio, the Bobcats, are 5-1 against the spread on games away from their home field. Okay, so when they go on the road or a neutral site, they're 5-1 against the spread.
You guys writing this shit down?
7-1 their last 8 on the road. Okay, 3-1 as a dog this year. 3-1 as a dog. 7-2 as a dog their last 9 games. Okay, are you listening? The line opened at 8.5. Western Michigan was -18. I'm sorry, and it's up to 19. So the total opened at 57. It's up to 60. So people are betting Western Michigan the favorite, and they're betting it over heavy.
Doesn't everybody bet the favorite and over?
Yes, they are.
Isn't that, listen,
The total
I'm born
has
and
moved.
raised in Vegas. Isn't that the trick bet, a team in the over?
The total has moved 3 points so far to the over in this game. Now, on the flip side of that, Western Michigan 6-1 against the spread on the road this year. So, they have some good numbers on their side of the ball. And yes, they are a better team. They routed Ohio the last 2 years they played them.
Yeah, but what's Ohio? I mean,
they're solid. They're in the MAC championship game.
they're all right. They're okay.
All I'm telling you is Ohio has some very good numbers on the road and some very good numbers as a dog. So be careful there, guys. If you want to know what's going to happen, just give us a call so we can take the guesswork and right out of it for you.
That's a fucking fact. Now, here's the thing. When I was talking about college basketball, you didn't even have to cut yourself short because I don't want to get in stats with college basketball. We're not that time of the year to be giving out 45-2, 11-5, cover the spread. Bottom line is we're kicking ass and taking names in college basketball right now. When you have a fucking 100 games a week to pick and choose from, there's a lot of fucking winners, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, you guys out there that are in a hurry, you want to run down and fuck your bookie once, I'd rather walk down and fuck them every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be selective with what you're doing. The formula for success in this industry is money management and discipline. Betting one game a day, not every day, and betting the same amount of money on every fucking game. That's the key to success, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be composed. See, I'm literally, if not the most composed sports bettor in the world. But then I'll go out with Skip, drink 20 shots of Crown, and lose $100,000 playing fucking $100 video poker. So I'm a human being. I fuck up. I go crazy. I spend money. I blow money. But at the same time, when it comes down to sports betting, I have a true talent. I make more money betting sports than anybody I know. Lefty Rosenthal handed me the baton, another boy out here in Las Vegas that ran these fucking books and shut them down. And at the end of the day, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's move into Hollywood because I did tell you that.
The second championship game on Friday is Colorado against Washington, by the way.
Which is
that's going to be
a game.
Now that's going to be a game. Big Ron, former alum from Colorado.
Yeah.
I'll be watching that game with one of my best friends in the world, Big Ron, former middle linebacker for the Buffaloes back in the day with Rashaan Salam and Cordell Stewart and all those boys. Ron and I will be watching that game. The Buffaloes are 10-2 against the spread this year, guys. 15-4 against the spread their last 19. This team is playing. McIntyre doing a hell of a fucking job up there. The line on the game is Washington -7.5. Total is 56.5. It's going to be a hell of a game. It's the Pac-12 championship game at Levi's Stadium. Where the 49ers played, a new stadium up there in the Bay, Santa Clara.
Moving on to entertainment news, Kanye West hospitalized after suffering a mental breakdown.
Fuck Kanye West.
On stage. I can't stand this motherfucker.
I can't stand this motherfucker.
But, I do have a little sympathy for him. Whether or not you're a fan of him.
I don't.
Okay, I'm not a fan either. Whether you're a fan of him or Kim Kardashian, you got to admit they've had a very, very rough couple months, okay? Kim was held at gunpoint, put a banana up her ass, robbed her for a ring.
I'm not shedding any tears for either one of them.
Teabagged her. I guess the robber actually, we come to find out, teabagged her, dropped his balls on her chin and her mouth.
Shoved the banana up her ass.
Had a banana in her hot
teabagged her.
Yes. I guess when the police say they came into the room, it smelled like burning hair because I guess they put a hot curling iron up her ass. Because Kim Kardashian, boy, she's probably got more hair in her ass than a motherfucking Sasquatch.
It smelled like bananas and hot tea.
But like I said, all bullshit aside, no one deserves to get home invaded. You got to realize I'm a victim of home invasion.
No, that's fucked up.
Hold on, I'm a victim of home invasion myself.
I know.
I've been shot 3 times in the chest in my own fucking home. It's not a good thing. It's not a fun thing. But Kanye West has a nervous breakdown on stage at his fucking concert as he was going off on a rage on Jay-Z. You haven't called me since my wife got tied up. You haven't called. First of all, let me explain something to you. Jay-Z's a billionaire. Beyonce's a billionaire. If you and your wife are getting robbed and tied up, motherfucker, don't call me.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing to do with you either. I'm not looking to get tied up and robbed. Jay-Z knows how to stay out of the limelight. He knows how to make moves. He's a fucking gangster.
He's hanging out with the president, for Christ's sake.
I know, but I'm saying, Kanye, are you a thug? Are you a gangster or not? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he goes into such a rant about Jay-Z not calling him. Mm-hmm. The little bitch gave himself a nervous breakdown anxiety attack and fucking had to be rushed off to the hospital for a nervous mental breakdown.
Loser.
It's rumored that the breakdown was triggered by exhaustion, stress, and the anniversary of his mother dying. While in the hospital, Kanye West had a very rough time, and it was reported he was so paranoid he would not even let the doctors treat him or have any other visitors in there besides his wife, Kim Kardashian.
Sounds like Adam when he comes out of the bathroom.
Well, it's either that or he got a bad dose of acid or somebody put something in his drink. It sounded like he just tripped out. Well, smoked a blunt that was laced with a little PCP.
Yeah, that's what I was just
I thought you were from the streets, Kanye. Yeah. What the fuck, homie?
Yeah, that's
Chi-Town, home of the Vice Lords and the motherfucking, the Gangster Disciples. What happened?
No drugs involved, right? Yeah.
But anyway, Jay-Z, why won't you call me? Motherfucker, if you and your girl just got tied up, don't call me. I'm a billionaire. I don't want none of your fucking problems. But anyway, that's how that goes. Let me talk to Kanye's defense for a second, Skip. I did Money Talks, the TV show, where we filmed the whole entire season. We did an episode a week, which most people are supposed to do, reality shows.
I was there.
I know, but reality shows do 2-3 weeks to get a half-hour show. We were doing an hour show per week, okay?
I know.
And I just want to let you know that, that me and you have had talks about this. I mean, it weighed on us heavily, fucked with our heads. It fucked with all certain things. So to his defense, Kanye deals with a day-to-day grind of touring. He flies on this airplane, goes over here, has this guy over here to this schedule. That shit is so tiring and exhausting that I can't believe he honestly hasn't had a nervous breakdown earlier. This guy's been working his ass off to go here, to go there, to go here.
I ain't going to defend this dude, man.
I'm not defending him. I said he makes me fucking sick. He had a nervous breakdown talking about a fucking another guy not calling him. Yeah. I wouldn't have called you either. I thought you're from the streets. What the fuck are you talking about Jay-Z calling you for? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he gets paid very well.
You're a fucking gump.
For his schedule.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, and by the way, he will take a $29 million hit canceling the tour. Mm-hmm. The guy makes a lot of money, but what I'm trying to say, Skip, and this is just me being real, doesn't matter if we like him or not. People get overworked, they get exhausted, celebrities go hard, they go here, they get on a plane, they go here, they're with this client, they're doing this autograph signing, then they got to be here. You know, they ran me around like a motherfucking machine. If you add that into our lifestyle where we party a little bit, drink, have to deal with hangovers, you couldn't get it done.
Well, it's funny you mention that. I was just going to tell you after the pod, I'm going to need about 3 or 4 days off.
Well, yeah, you must have wanted me to give a real aggressive outro to this fucking podcast.
If you got sympathy for that motherfucker and his schedule, then certainly you've got to have it for me.
Bottom line is, guys that work hard like that, I'm surprised he didn't have a nervous breakdown earlier. But at the same time, you only got your...
You don't want me having a nervous breakdown.
You only have your certain window to make as much money as you can. So I understand why he's grinding it hard out there. But overall, Kanye, your rants, your raves about Jay-Z calling you a straight bitch shit that ain't no street shit. Your girl got tied up, and my family wouldn't want nowhere near you. So maybe get out of the limelight, start acting cool, stop acting like some fucking bitch, basically. And I think it's to the point now where the whole world knows the Kardashians are rich. So I think they don't have to wear, rings as big as this cup anymore. I mean, you guys are setting yourself up to get robbed. You say you're from the streets, but yet you're a walking target to get not only robbed, but murdered. Pump your brakes, step back, take a deep breath, and remember, your wife got popular for sucking Ray J's dick. Your wife got popular for taking it in the ass and fucking dick. Okay? You came up from Jay-Z using your beats, you broke your jaw, you did the college dropout, you had a good album, and you turned fucking weird. Okay? So, you got your blue eyes in one day, your gray eyes. It sounds like your eyes right now are red. Anyway, shout out to Kanye in the mental hospital. Hopefully you pull out of it because you deserve to be healthy for your family. But as far as your rants and raves, no one gives a dog fuck about it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Skip, as you know, this weekend we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff firing up. More money to be made in college football, college basketball than any other sport, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, it's $1 billion industry. You deserve your fair share. We're getting in the time of the year right now where the bookies have got their lines set. You got to agree with me, Skip. The bookies' lines are sharp as possible right now. They're right on the fucking nose.
They did pretty well last week. Yeah.
However, they're lacking in totals. As we went over the podcast, we told you who's leading and covering the spread on the side. We told you what teams are on fire. We told you who's covering the overs, and we told you who's covering the unders. Okay? Those are the type of things that you need to look at. On top of it, college basketball has a lot more to choose from than football right now. So remember, keep your eye on the prize. At the end of the day, we do this for money, not for entertainment. And like I said, I love when I talk to a guy that says they do this for a hobby. Hobbies could be very, very expensive, Skip, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Every one I have is.
I mean, well, I'm just saying, your hobby and my hobby is very expensive.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, leave it to the pros. Everybody out there on the internet is a handicapper. Everybody out there is a millionaire. Everybody waits for me to put out a podcast so they can email the guys that make comments because they don't have any clients. Everybody watches my move and then tries to follow along. You got to make sure who the fuck you're dealing with. Make sure the company is licensed and bonded. Make sure they've been in the same location for 15 years. $100,000 bond with the state of Nevada for telemarketing. $100,000 bond with the state of Nevada for sports consulting. Rather than some guy that's sending you an email blast or a text blast out of a Motel 6 or a budget suites in his underwear. You guys work too hard for your money to be fucked. Keep your eyes out. There's a lot of trolls out there. There's a lot of guys that are trolling us. It's not going to stop us from doing the podcast. It's not going to stop us from entertaining you. It's not going to stop the movement of legalizing gambling. Gambling's going to be legal here very, very soon. Trump is on a 4-year schedule, and he's going to get the job done very, very soon. At the end of the day, for the people that have been supporting us, for the people that just tuned in, we're on podcast number 99. 100's right around the corner. Hopefully we have some big stuff for you. I know you'll be excited. On the behalf of VIP Sports, the company, and myself, we love you. See you wouldn't want to be it. And remember, don't let the players be the only ones that get paid. You deserve your fucking fair share. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
I love you.
Let the money talk to I keep hearing things. Let the money talk. Let the money talk to It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Popping bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put a $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pac.
I keep hearing things.